Hi everybody, welcome back to my crafty desk. My name is Sandra and I'm here doing the giveaway flip through. So this is journal number 6 out of the 10 journal giveaway, and we are ready to do that giveaway. So I appreciate your patience. I'm a day behind on doing the flip through, but we can go ahead and get started. So this is let me measure her. She is, let's do it like this. So she's just nine and a half tall, and I guess the cover is about 7 inches altogether with between the spine and there's some hangover on the doily there. So I have an embroidered doily type fabric underneath. I have another fabric underneath of a vintage sheet. I've got some corners on there, so just little things that are just kind of hidden in there. I use crochet doily on the top, and then I also use a crochet trim, and I just kind of weaved it a little bit. I did leave it open like on a couple of spots because I thought that'd be kind of fun to like tuck something in. I thought I would have a tag here ready to show you, but I must have put it away. Oh, here's one. So like, you know, you can always put something like in the front of your journal. I thought that was kind of cute, but of course I can't get it through right now, but you know, like that. So I thought that was kind of cute. If you don't like it, you can just seal it up. So that's the front, and then there's the back. The back is just plain, but I mean, it's plain, but it's not plain. It's got that beautiful doily on top of it, and you can see through the fabric of the embroidered doily, the sheet that's coming through a little bit of the imprints of the flowers. So there we go. Pardon the band-aids if they're annoying you, but trust me, the little scrapes underneath would be worse to look at. I did a little fabric cluster here on top and a little bow with some sheet just to give it a little touch. I decided not to put anything on the front of it. I messed around with it a lot, but didn't like it. So just a simple tie. Left the strings long enough. You can, if you don't want it tied, you can cut them off and use these trims anywhere in your book. So when we open her up, we have the beginning of it. Now I used an envelope as the cover, as the structure, and then so there's going to be some paper, fabrics, lace, and different things throughout. If you want to know what type of kit that I used, it is on the video. It is in the video somewhere, not this video, one of the videos. If I remember, I'll link the video that talks about this one. But I do have a playlist that has everything in there, and I think I have it pretty organized. So let's see, starting off, we have a little pocket right here, a little bag pocket, with a little card here, and a little journaling space. Stamping, I stamped on there, this book belongs to. Here's a ruffle that I made with some of the sheet, a different one, so it's just different fabrics throughout. It's kind of fun, textury, I guess. I put a piece of stationery, it's kind of cool stationery with that texture on, a little bit of texture. I inked the edges and just slipped that in there. An embossed envelope. I used the dry embossing, and then I did some inking on it, and then I just filled it with some little goodies to use in the journal. I have glue. I still have glue hanging off my fingers, so sorry about that. So there's like a lightly stamped image on some coffee dye paper, some labels that I had in my stash, few little words and cutouts, something stamped that I did and then tore out. The labels, the doilies, and the words all come from a digi kit. And then there's some scrapbooking paper that I used my Sizzix on, and so some of these things, like I fussy cut these out for you. And this is one of my jelly plate textured papers that I had punched some hearts out, so I just put a little love in there for you. There we go, and then I just set that in there. So this is a diary. I think that's what it's called, is the diary. And so there's a lot of writing space. I made it fatter than I had intended, so it is kind of bumpy, but we just kind of work through that, right? So here's a belly band with a coffee dyed filter, and then I also add some washi tape and a paper cluster, and then here's one of my collaged cards And I was going to cover the back, but I really liked her on there. And I know you can still write on that. You can always cover that if you like, but I thought that was so cute. I did leave some of my collage pieces, like I didn't put a focal point on some things, and I did that on purpose to give you an opportunity to either leave it the way it is or put your own things on there. So sometimes it's fun to decorate our own stuff. I get carried away because it's kind of fun. So I made this little collage out of book page, collaged little booklet thing. Did not cover the back. I probably should do that. I think I'm gonna leave that up here so I remember to cover the back. That was supposed to be, I think I was gonna glue that down. I didn't do that. So there's a little notepad right there that I made with some of the scrap papers here. And then there's a little notepad here. And then of course you can write on that. So I will keep that up there so I don't forget. Next page is one of my painted altered bags that I used gesso on and some of the spray inks a while back. And there's two pockets. There's one in the front and one in the back. So you see all the copy dye paper in here is paper that I did myself. These are my index cards. This is a large one, and I also used a stencil while I was copy dyeing. So there's some lovely space to write on there. Here's another collage tag. Again, I did not put a focal point on there. This bandage drives me crazy. And some copy dye on there as well. And then this is from a digi kit, and it's just printed out on paper and then backed on some copy dye paper. It looks like it's got some pink Kool-Aid picked up on there when I was doing a Kool-Aid dye. And then these are with the kit, and these are going to be throughout the journal. I did put a little eyelet in them, but I did not put the trims in them because I didn't want it to be bulky, but I think they're cute just like that. And of course you can always add to it. That's the point of having a diary, right? Is to add your own touch. So there's a lot of journaling space there. Here we have a flip up paper and a pocket. I also have an envelope there. So let me grab these things out first. So another one of my collage cards with that same backing of that book page. I really liked it. I was going to cover it up, like I said, and then I thought I just really liked it. This is just scrapbooking paper, and I just simply cut it out a square, and then I rounded the corners, and then I just put a little sticker on there, and I thought that's kind of fun just to have like a little spot of background color and a journal space. This was part of one of the index cards that I used, and it was just a strip that I had cut off, and I thought, oh, it's so cute, and you can write on there, and that is so pretty. So I just took some of the paper that I used in here, and I just made a little booklet, and I made it like that. So you can put it on a page it's too long for this one, but you can just like clip it on a page if you want to. You can do whatever you want, but I just stuck it right in there because that's where I liked it. And then I just put, again, another one of those little tags right there, just to pop a color. This opens up and you can journal in there. And then when you take this paper clip off, these are parts of this kit. So let me just get that out. So I just cut these out. Hopefully your fingers work better than mine. And it just has the little sayings and some little tickets and dates, and some are just plain, but there's some little things in there. So I just stuck the envelope inside there, and then I just paper clipped that down, because you know, that looks like something you would normally do if you were like putting a little envelope in there, in my mind. So I did sew, I'm sorry, I'm not pointing that out. I did sew on the DigiKit on the pages. You're gonna see washi tape throughout as well. And then this is one of those belly bands that we made on a video. And I went ahead and I sealed the middle of it. And then I wanted to just add some extra paper for journaling. I love torn paper look, so that's kind of how I decorate a lot now. I think one side's bigger than the other, so maybe, I don't know, I don't remember how I got these in. Well, I think I used two hands. That does help. It does help when your hands don't want to work that great. And there we go, that's perfect. And I just put those in there just for a pop of color. And then it's also a tuck, a side tuck. So here's one of my cards that I collaged, and that's a fussy cut from I think that actually might be a digi kit that I did that from, and then I stamped saying with some fabric behind it, sewed around it, so that's just a little bit different. And more copy dye paper, the kit, More kit with some trims on it, and that's curtain lace. More writing space. I really like how she came out, just a little lace cluster right there. And then here's an envelope that I just created a little tuck for the top right there. And then here's another one of those little tags. And I just put a piece of wallpaper in there, so it's fun. You can write on it, or you can use it for decorating, or whatever you want to do. It's yours to do with what you wish. And then I just took some of my little tiny colored notepad paper and just took a few pieces, folded them, and that's it. I mean, that was pretty simple for this one. Whoops. And I just tucked it in there. Sometimes simplicity is nice. So more of the kit, and that just keeps wanting to be glued there. So this is it's called a Rita flip, and it's a side pocket tuck, kind of looks like a pocket, and then you open it up and you can journal inside there. So that's more of my copy dyed stencil kit. The little lace cluster I stamped on my most favorite textured paper that I get at Hobby Lobby, and then I inked around it. Inside here this is from a different kit. I cannot remember which one, but I just printed out. It's the page is like double paged and it has a border around it, but I liked, like I said, the torn look, so I just had that have these in my stash because I like to tear around them. I think they're just perfect. They give you that nice spot of white for the background. This is a beautiful image that a friend of mine, Teddy Fletcher, this is one of her photographs, and I bought a lot of her cards, and I've had them in my stash for a while, and I just love them, but I really like tearing them apart because I like tearing everything apart. And then I made a cute journal card with it, and then I use the rest of the card for other parts and pieces at other places. So here's some more designer paper that I've copy dyed, and there we go, and that must be glued. Some trim, digi-kit, some more lace, and this is a little tiny cluster or fabric flip, just a little bit layered. Here's the middle of the book, and I just did a bow, and I did some little friendship knots on it to keep it down. You can cut those if you don't like that. You can cut these off. You can actually cut the whole thing off if you want. I just tied it in one simple bow. And this is I just fussy cut this doily. That was from a digi kit. And then here's just another journaling card and just tucked up in there that I had made. And then here's the back end of that doily and another journaling card tag with a nice, I mean, it's collage, but it still gives you that blank sort of canvas to do what you want on there. Threads throughout. And then here's another part of the page. Here's another envelope, and so what I did here is the same thing. I took another piece of that wonderful paper to write on, and I just tucked that back there. Here's some tickets that I copy dyed that I was in my stash. This is from another digi kit, do not know which one, and that same thing with this one, it's from a digi kit. So, and there you go. There's all those cute little goodies. I just put a little tag there, and then inside this is a little pull out, and I just backed it. It's pretty flimsy, but it's still kind of fun to write on. It's got copy dye on the back of it, and on the front it just says this and this happened today. Whoops. And that happened just now. All right, so then I just pop that in there, and then put a label here with a little saying, and all the three of those things came from 3 different digi kits, I believe. So, and I did some washi tape. I think I did washi tape on this one on each of my copy dye papers throughout. So you'll see on one side a full piece, and I think on the other side you'll see just bits and parts. So just a little added trim there, curtain lace, digi kit. This is that cool office paper that I get at estate sales. I just love that stuff. I find the best paper at estate sales. And here we have this page and this page. A little flip up. So these are kind of cool because like you can always cut that part off if you want to and use it other places. I'm sure lots of people know that, but maybe not everybody. So you can always deconstruct. I'm a deconstructor at heart anyhow. Here's another, so when on that video with that belly band, I was using the papers and I was making like matching things. So this one has, inside here, we have the rest of that paper, and it's just simple. It's just a nice journaling card background, a thing that you can use to decorate with yourself. Here's another piece of that, oh my gosh, collage piece that I made. This one I did back with a little bit of something on there because I thought, at least if nothing else, it gives you an idea if you are a little bit newer to junk journaling. Here's another part of my little colorful pad I thought that's nice for journaling, and a splash of color. Another one of those tags from a different journaling kit, or from a different digi kit that I have no idea where I got it. I've had it for years. And then another one of those tags. And then inside this little belly band, what I did here is I have one of my copy dyed index cards, and I just used some of my old tape and then some washi tape just to go around the edges. I mean, it's just that simple to give it a little added touch of, I don't know, like a little simple elegance, right? Something. And then I just carefully stuck it in there. And then this is also from this kit right here, I believe. I think I had printed it a few times on different papers, and I just tucked that in there. And then here is this is an offcut from one of these papers and I thought, oh, it's cute, it's a little tiny tag, so I just added a little embellishment, a thankful dictionary word, and this is also from a different kit. So now I just stuck that in there, just like that. So more digi kit. And then here's another one of these. It's kind of like a Rita flip. It's a little bit different. I cut it a little bit different. And when you open it up, you can journal, and then you have like a little secret pocket right here. So this is just count my blessings, same thing, copy dyed, and then I just folded it and just stuck it back in there. And you don't see it until you open that, little hidden spot. Or when you take all these out, you'll see it right there. So another piece, this is from a digi kit. I just had printed on some of my book page. I backed it with some paper that I had photocopied, I think, the copy dye, or bought photocopied from Amazon. I don't remember, honestly. Just a nice, and this one's got some structure to it, so it's pretty stiff. So I have that tag there. And then here's a postcard digi kit that I had printed out and backed it onto some of my copy dyed paper and sewed around that. And we have that one here. I don't remember which way I had it. I think I wanted the color, the pop of color there. And then here's another collage tag that I made, and then I just added some of this, which I'm kind of mixed up on my videos. So I think this video already posted where I was playing with the gold foil for the first time, and this was some of the parts that I was tearing off, and I thought they still would work, so I used it there, and I thought that came out quite nice. I like it. And I just stuck that down there. And then here's another one of those tags. This one I didn't put an eyelet in. I just did the oh my gosh, those little hole reinforcers, and then I just had a piece of scrap lace on my desk when I did it, so I just stuck it in there, and I thought I like that, but I don't. There, that's how I want it. That's how I want it. You can do it wherever you want when you get it. And then, let's see. More scrapbooking papers here. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry if you can hear my tummy grumbling. I wanted to make sure I got this flip through done before I went and had breakfast. So this right here is another, I just tore the page, the scrapbooking paper. This is from my paper pad that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I like that, and I just glued that down here and here, so it's kind of like a tuck pocket. Some more wallpaper, and it's nice. I like to use this for like the backgrounds, and then you can use it for whatever you want. Here's a collaged little notepad, little thing that I made a while back, and then I just added some more wallpaper, and then I took some more of these cards from the kit, and I just stuffed them in here around the edges, inked them up. And you can put more things in there, but I just wanted to have a little something in there for you. And again, this is still, I mean, even though I have the birds right there, it's still a pretty blank canvas. You can do whatever you want on there. And then this is just from my stash, a cute little card. Where I have that's right there. And this is something I used my Big Shot Sizzix, and I cut that out, and I think that is actually Stamperia paper that I had. And then here's another part of my friend Teddy Fletcher's card. This is where she did her stamping and stuff on, and so like I said, I like to tear them apart, and you can see she's such a wonderful artist, but I do love to tear things apart. Obviously, I tear everything apart. I just put that in there. And then this just flips open, this little pocket right here. I put a little eyelet there and a little dangle that I made. And then you can journal in there. And that just hangs out the bottom right there. I'll show you that when we're done. This, I just put a little piece of, I think that's Stamperia paper also. And I have this little tag that so these little tags are just scrapbooking paper, things like 6x6 pads and things. I'll just make a bunch of tags and have them in there, and then I have them already set. So I took one of the envelopes from the kit that I printed on just really thin paper. I put it all together and glued it for some stability, and then just made a little pocket on here. So that's simple, just so cute. And then I have another one of these little cards. I actually cut this one all the way down. I didn't want it folded in there, it was too bulky. So I just cut it down and I just shortened it up and rounded the edges. So that one goes in there. I guess I'm gonna use 2 hands. And then I just tuck that in there. That's just a little tuck spot. And then I had some of these offcuts from that little notepad we made, but I thought they were cute, and I like the color, I like the numbers. They're fun, you can write on them, or you can use them when you're making your own little clusters and things. I thought they were cute in there. So I just tucked those in like that. And then these also were little pieces that I used for my big shot, from my Sizzix, my cutter. So there we have those. This side, I made a little tuck at the top there, the cluster. There's an image, that's from a greeting card, and then I just used my crafty scissors to do that. Designer scissors, I don't know, whatever they're called. Here's another piece of that paper, and it just tucks up in there for some journaling space. And then another piece of the card that we used to make the belly band, and that pocket with the belly band. Just to keep bringing the colors. I'm trying to keep the colors just moving through the book and the same things that we're using. And that's so pretty. I left some threads here. You can cut those off if you want. You're safe to do that, but I left a couple. I thought those ones were kind of cute, so I left them. Here's that sheet. You can see now that cool sheet that I used underneath the embroidered doily, whatever it's called. And then here's another little, oh my gosh, what's it called? A little ribbon thing that I sewed up. Cannot think of the name, but so this is a fabric pocket on the front here as well, and that's digi paper right there, digi kit paper, and then I've got those corners on there. So let's see, what we got in here. So this is a part of the this is the part where I made that little notepad I had torn off here. I just put this in here. You can use it whatever you want, but I just thought it was a nice little backdrop of color. Here's some more of that that scrapbook pad from Hobby Lobby. And what I did is I just cut it, and I tore the edges. I started to cut them, but I thought it looked kind of cute torn. And then I used my decorative scissors to make it so it kind of looks like a ticket, but you know, not really. Here's another one of my avocado dyed, actually. It's stamped, and then I did a finger pinch with the glue for the color for that ribbon to pop out. This is a guest check, you guessed it. And then that's just decoupage napkin on there. Actually, that's not decoupage. I think this is the one I laid down with the glue stick, and then I lay it over it. So you'll feel that. It's got a really cool, like a fabric-y texture when you do that. And then here's another tag that I collaged, and then I added one of the cards here for a tuck. I just put a little piece of paper, folded it in half. These are just like some of the offcuts. I just like to try to use as much as I can. And then I just did whole reinforcer with the sari silk little bow in there on my coffee dyed paper, and I did sew around this. And then that's just in the back. So it looks like I just need to finish that, and I also need to sign this, don't I? I have not signed it, so I'm gonna sign the book and find a little spot here. I think I'll do it right there. So handmade with love, because I do everything with lots of love. With love for you. By Sandra, and my name is, if I can spell it, Wildermuth. And I'm going to put the date here, so 2020, or the day. I'm going to put the year, and I'm also going to put blossom and inspire, so that way you know where it came from, sort of. And there you go. So I hope you like this flip through. I'm going to, like I said, finish this piece right here, and there she is. And there's the little dangle. It just kind of hangs off the end right there. Just something simple. Hope you like this. So the way you enter, again, is you need to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. I will do a random comment picker to choose the winner. That'll happen on Wednesday, and that'll be on Wednesday, May 31st. So May 31st on Wednesday is when we do the drawing. So you have until then. So even though we're a day late on the flip through, you still have, you know, 4 days, 5 days, 4.5 days, depending on where you're at. And then you have until, once we do the drawing on Wednesday, May 31st, you have until 10 a.m. on Sunday, Pacific time, 10 a.m., June 4th, to claim your journal. If you have not claimed the journal by then, I will just do another random comment picker and choose another person. So you'll look for that video, and that's where you'll look for that video on the random comment picker. So everything, I keep it in the playlist of the junk journal giveaway and the flip through. So good luck to everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for subscribing, liking, commenting, encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing, and just enjoying the process along with me. I really enjoy each and every one of you, and I'm really enjoying the friendships that I'm making. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Good luck. Bye, friends.